Hello, Sagittarius. This is Healing and Reach Tarot. Welcome. This will be your May monthly 2020 reading. And before we start, just a couple things in the description box below. There is a link if you would like a personal tarot reading with me. I do spend the whole time with you live. So I do the reading live with you and in a video chat or a video call. And the whole session is recorded for you as well. And also in the link below is a description for distance healing sessions with me. So take a look at that and see if you're interested in any of that, in any of those offerings. So to begin with today, this is the Crystal Mandala Oracle deck that I'm going to use. And I picked an Oracle card to start off the reading so that we can give this reading a spiritual kind of focus. I have to say, Sagittarius, I had done your reading before and my phone ran out of memory, so it was such a good reading. So it'll be interesting. I chose to redo the reading, refresh the energy and see what else would come up. Unfortunately, I didn't share that reading because it cut off, but I'm hoping that I'll bring some of those elements in because I remember it quite well. Okay, so this card that I got for you, I pre-shuffled it and picked Angel Khalil and Polychrome Jasper, and the overall message is Sacred Play. So this is the card here. So you can relax and sit back and let this description in. I'm going to read it because it's hard to paraphrase how beautiful this really is. We bring you the gift of sacred play. We enter your heart bringing joy and an ability to have fun, to laugh, to see the silly and playful side of life, and to be entertained by the wonderful spectacle of life. When you know how to look, you will see the joyful hand of the Creator behind so many of the people, places, and things you see every day. You will begin to feel the Creator's delight in creation, and you will feel laughter deep in your soul, a joyful connection with the universe, as you realize that even in its strange and sometimes dark mystery, life has a brightness and delight to it, a sense of humor and a quirky, amusing, enjoyable beauty. We know there is great joy inside you, and we will help you reconnect with that joy now, so even your most arduous challenges will not diminish your capacity to feel the light of your spirit and take delight in your life. So that energy is coming in for you, Sagittarius. And as I was reading, I have to say that the reading before was like a little heavy. And I remember you got rest and repair or something as your Crystal Mandala Oracle card. And one of the thoughts I had as I was reading about that reading, was to bring in more play. Makes so much sense. So it's almost like the divine is saying, yes, there's a heavy kind of energy right now, but there can be a shift in focus perhaps, and a opening towards the playful lighter side of life as a helpful energy. So that is going to crown your reading spiritually for you. All right, so we're going to get into tarot and see what else we can bring forward. Any spiritual messages for Sagittarius for the month of May 2020? What are the spiritual messages through tarot for the month of May 2020? Spiritual messages for Sagittarius for the month of May 2020. Spiritual messages for Sagittarius for the month of May 2020. we go, Sagittarius. Beautiful. All right. So I'm just going to take a moment to let all of this kind of filter in to me on a few levels. Right off the bat, the feeling I'm getting is commitment. Commitment to your purpose, commitment to the project you're in, commitment to what's ahead of you, whatever that thing is that you're connecting to. Commitment is this energy that is just jumping out at me. So I will begin to talk about why I'm getting that. So I did a Celtic cross spread, and it is beginning with you as the seeker, as the death card. And then what's crossing you is the Hierophant. And this death card feels like it's representing you as a powerful being who's been going through a transformation. You're coming into this reading as the seeker from this energy of transformation. You've already been through transformative processes, and there's a badass energy to that. So you're coming in with a depth and a badass, I don't know how else to say it, but like a badass, like, yep, I've been there and I know death. I know the depth. I know the fears. I know the demons. I know the way to let go. I know the challenges that have been there, and you've already transformed a lot of these things. You've already gone through the process of death, through a lot of these things. The Hierophant crossing you with this is asking you to make the commitment. So that's why I got commitment right away when I looked at this. It was this card and another card I'll talk about later that the two of them together just felt very much about commitment. It feels like to draw this energy in even more, or complete the process even more of transformation, is commitment, is to step into alignment with spiritual hierarchies that have already been in place in your life before, or you already have a structure, you already have a reliable network of teachings or teachers, and it's just taking it one step further to that level of really committing. Like going all the way with the commitment part towards your spiritual nature. And what's standing out on this card also is this Hierophant figure is drawing like a star over a path. What do you call them? Oh gosh, I can't think of the word. Like the people go through the pathways to find their way as a spiritual practice. I cannot think of the word. Maybe it'll come to me. But there's a way that star being drawn over that path. I cannot think of that word. Oh, it's driving me crazy. there's a way that there's a call for your creativity even to come into mapping it out for yourself. Like, what does spirituality look like to me? What does it sound like to me? What does it feel like in words to me? What, like be creative about it. Like, actually start to make the connections in a creative expression around yourself. So writing it out or just some level of creative action, I feel will align you and help you take that next step to commitment. You have lots of energy here, Sagittarius. So you have the Queen of Wands right beneath you. And the way I describe this position in the reading is it's beneath you, which is sort of like semi-conscious. So it's like energy that you're semi-conscious of, that you can, you know, if you decide to click on it, the screen will come up and the energy will be accessible, but you don't always click on it. So you get the Queen of Wands here, and she is full of creative energy, full of spiritual inspiration. She knows her power. She has a lion and panther as her best friends. And call on her because she's here supporting you. She's beneath your whole energy. You know, she's right there waiting in the wings for you. Confidence. She's confident. She has already stepped into her confidence. And in the recent past, we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a major arcana card. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards in the first 6 cards of this reading. That is intense. So that means that you are going through a major life transformation. Not to doubt that, not to underestimate that. So the Hangman being in your recent past is a call to look at things from a different perspective. Definitely spiritually connected perspective. And I like this card because he's standing on his head, hanging, and then he's pivoting on this top, you might say. And I see that as pivotal, like he can pivot in any direction 360 degrees around to get a different perspective. So you've opened your mind, Sagittarius, to seeing a bigger perspective in your recent past. You have opened your energy up. And I'm not sure you know exactly what that means yet, and that's perfectly okay. But just the fact that you've turned upside down and you've looked around in your universe and it's open, it's more open. Beautiful. It's like a beautifully supportive openness that I feel like you've cultivated in your recent past that is serving you quite nicely. Keep that going because I think that's really helpful. The Empress is the card that's crowning you, and the way I describe that position is this is the energy that you are cultivating or you hold in high regard, that it's kind of like a goal. The Empress is a major arcana card, and she is the beautiful goddess of nurturance and fertility and creativity. She's associated with Libra and also Taurus. And so there is this energy of desire to create abundance and feeling as though you are free within that abundance. You can draw resources to your left. You can draw resources to your right. You can, draw resources from wherever you need to have that creative energy on hand is what I'm getting. That's a goal. That's where you're headed towards. It's your desire to have that ease and that feeling of creative flow. And things just really flowing. That's what I'm seeing as this overall feeling. Things flowing, things feeling abundant, but in a way that feels flowing. The flow itself, the ease in which abundance gives us. That's this energy that you are desiring. So in the near future, not distant, near future, you have the World card, another major arcana card. This card has to do with completion. It is the end of the major arcana. So it's the end of the Fool's journey. It's coming into completion with so many life lessons having been learned, so much mastery over your domain of, the journey that you've been on. And it's a beautiful card of completion. So it's almost like the world is yours and that you know your world. You have really gone through many cycles and you have all that swirling around you as kind of a spiritual wealth that's around you. So if this needs to be confirmation for play, sacred play, how do I play? How do I access play? Well, there's so much to draw from, you have so much to draw from. Don't underestimate how much you have to draw from, if that makes any sense. So abundance of lessons learned, abundance of spiritual energy, abundance of wealth possibly being created in new, magical, creative ways. And this can feel playful, and this can feel like it's your turn to capitalize on, the wealth that you are coming into in the near future. I hope I'm making sense. I'm saying a lot of things and I'm integrating them in the way I'm saying them. So I hope it makes sense to you. I hope it's resonating. So you can feel things, and then the words, you're like, I hope they line up. Okay, so then we're coming into the position. We have 4 more cards left. So this is the position of yourself. This is the 4 of Pentacles. In this deck, and in this card particularly for you, I do feel like it's saying to spend some time where you are in your own space. Spend some time recharging. I love this card. It just feels like the spiritual sun is shining down, rejuvenating the water, rejuvenating that figure of the swan. The peace in that bird just on the calm waters. And it's their, little universe. It's peaceful inside that frame. And it's held within the universe of spiritual connection. So there's spiritual connection and stars all around it. So it's almost like a gateway or a doorway of, entering into spiritual solitude in order to renew and recharge. I feel like that's what's calling you. The new moon is on top of that frame here. And maybe having this intention as the new moon comes up soon, that you're going to spend time recharging in solace, in somewhere, only you time. Peace with yourself. So this is where I got the commitment thing too. So this next card. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful queen. I'm sorry, the Princess of Pentacles, not the Queen. So in her being a princess, she is innocent. She has, a certain level of newness around her. But again, abundance. There's a lot of abundance in this reading. So I feel like abundance is coming for you, Sagittarius. So this is, sorry, so I got sidetracked. So this is This is the way she has her hand on her heart. I feel like she's saying, who, me? And it's almost like affirming her commitment to herself, affirming her commitment to her own spiritual sustenance, affirming her commitment to, yes, I'm going to commit to my own abundance and my own life path towards abundance, to all my playful little friends with me, playing around me. So she just jumped right out at me when I first looked at these cards as that level of, yes, like affirming commitment. It's like when we give ourselves permission, you know, that is very powerful. So hopes and fears, we have the Eight of Cups. This is definitely coming from, you know, there's a couple cups that have been spilled in the bottom of the ocean, and the figure is being guided with this beautiful dolphin and this beautiful dove towards, you know, air, towards breathing in the spiritual light that's guiding, that's coming through the murkiness of the emotional waves and water, guiding her up to clarity, guiding her up to salvation. So this is a powerful card. Definitely a journey emotionally away from tumultuousness or pain and moving into more clarity and freedom. Dry ground where she can bask in the sun and feel the clarity and the height of that mountain that she's moving towards, swimming towards. So that's your hopes and fears. So I feel as though that's a hope, that you're kind of hoping that your energy is going to feel less murky. It's going to kind of be less heavy as you come up and out of the water. You know, with all the major arcana cards that are in this reading, I would say, don't think this is all for nothing. And I don't think you think that, but don't think that this is, like, there's so many spiritual lessons here that you've been through, and there's such a wealth to be drawn from, that even though if things have felt like heavy, that you're moving into a new cycle. You're moving into possibilities where that wealth can be easily accessed by you committing. And so this is the last card. This is your final outcome card, and it's the Three of Pentacles. And so she's a mastermind, and she has a lot of mental energy here. It's the Pentacles, though, so it's grounded mental energy. You know, the wealth and the depth in her body is balancing out the depth and the wealth in her head. So I feel like there's a real beautiful confluence between, you know, head and heart, or mind and body. And it's working for her in this card. She's creative, and she's offering out special gifts of how she sees the universe, how she sees how it works. She sees the mechanics of how it works. She sees the mechanics of her life lessons informing her, so that she gives off gifts. These are gifts that she can offer, and they're not just, you know, gifts, they're return gifts for her. So there's money here. I just see abundance here in her ability to you know, creatively offer out her pockets of knowledge, there's a lot of abundance that's going to come back to her. And for you, Sagittarius, I feel like this could be very just getting down and into it and super playful with it. So there's no reason that play can't come into work. So work and play really coming together for you in this final outcome card, in this future life where abundance is available, ease is available. So I said a lot. I hope this reading was helpful and I hope it resonated. Please hit the like button so it can be shared with more Sagittarians that may need to hear these messages. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I wish you all the blessings and all the healing that you need for the next month. And I look forward to seeing you in the month of June, coming up very soon. So namaste and thank you.